Quarantine is the only solution to this problem of coronavirus. Now, do you have any issues if you are asked to get into isolation or quarantine? Definitely, if the basic requirements are met, the finances are taken care of, if you don't have any issues regarding the health services that are to be faced, or any issues regarding repair work or any other day to day activity which do not hinder your lifestyle, then definitely you won't have any issue going in a quarantine. The incubation period itself is 15 days, so a quarantine of less than 15 days does not make sense when each of the state come up with a different suggestion on the number of days they would be putting the ban. It does not actually make sense. What we have witnessed in Wuhan was a definite sign that some strict measures need to be taken for India as well. We are one of the youth capitals of the world, and when we have such a huge lot of manpower, if it is rightly directed, definitely this problem can be curtailed at the earliest itself. What some of the suggestions could be would be, let's say most of the people employed in Manegra could be made part of this facility where home to home service or home delivery services are provided, mainly when we are talking about elderly people who are to be quarantined or who are suggested and recommended not to move out of their house. The second thing is, most of the societies have already closed the maids and the servants. Now, when there are restrictions there, they are definitely looking for finances. If government is there to provide them finances, they would have an opportunity, a livelihood at that time. And on the other hand, people who are getting into quarantine would be facilitated by the help that the government would be doing. The third important thing is the small city centers, the tertiary centers, we would say, do not have facilities. So if ventilators are being provided in those areas with skilled technician, that would be a very good move. All this requires a well managed effort, and that can come rather than each state taking their unique initiatives for people of Manegra, giving them certain basic amount. That won't help, because ultimately it's their job, their life, and their finances that they have to take care of. If all of the people would remove these services at a go, what would happen to a huge chunk of population who would be left behind? So it's very, very important that government comes in and takes active measures to involve people in Manegra into these activities. The construction activities could be left away for a while. The maids and the servants, the army, the military, the paramilitary can be involved in helping and facilitating the process of quarantine. Also, one of the good suggestions could be, when we are talking about quarantine, we should have a centralized system. Let's say a person has migrated new to a city, he or she does not know what numbers to contact, what places to get for the basic services and amenities. So there should be either a web portal or something. Newspapers are already closing up in most of the cities. So there should be a place where person can get immediate assistance for any of the services that is to be met in their local areas. So there should be a kind of web portal where the city could be selected and the respective details for the city, the basic amenities and the basic helpline numbers could be generated at the earliest. The next important thing is, when we are talking about all these services, as we said, 15 days is the incubation period. So no act less than 15 days would make it viable. We have to keep in mind that we have to save our nation from turning into a mass graveyard. Also, there could be a countrywide quarantine for 15 days that has to be implemented with a very systematic move, so that finances of the lower middle and the middle class do not actually suffer. We are looking for more suggestions in the comment, and definitely this message should reach the right authorities at the earliest and immediate action should be taken.